What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Full 90. It is time for the Europa League semi-final predictions. And as someone who's British and very interested in how the British teams do in the European competitions, this is very exciting for me personally because we've got two teams in there from the Premier League and the Scottish Premier League. So be sure to drop a like, subscribe down below to join the crew of people. I'm getting a call, 1 second. Well, glad that's sorted. But yes, we are here with the Europa League. Be sure to subscribe down below. We're very, very close to 21,000 subscribers and I'm very, very excited for that. Of course, it is a World Cup year, the first World Cup year on the Full 90, because it was actually the last World Cup in 2018 that encouraged me to start this channel. That ended in July 2018 and we started the Full 90 in late September, early October 2018. So very excited to have a World Cup on the channel, so you definitely don't want to miss it. Now moving on to the first game, it's RB Leipzig up against Rangers. Rangers, the fairy tale, it's still going. They're still in the Europa League, definitely the underdog as far as the final four teams are concerned. And I think both teams, they are in very, very good form, but Leipzig, their good form is worth more than Rangers at the moment, I think, in the Bundesliga as opposed to the Scottish Premier League. Leipzig are a better team than Rangers, and as great as it would be to see Rangers go on and progress, I think it's perfect for them that the second leg is at home. It's going to have to be a place where they need to make a comeback, because I think Leipzig are going to win this game quite comfortably. So I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Leipzig. I'll give Rangers a goal. I could see a penalty being in this match. My first tip is going to be over 2.5 goals at 1.72. I could see either team getting an early goal, and if it's Leipzig that gets the early goal, they'll put their foot to the floor, step on the gas, and look to score more. If it's Rangers that score the first goal, Leipzig will have the exact same reaction. Wherever the goal goes, it will encourage Leipzig even more to try and score more goals. If Rangers score a goal, I could see them try and tighten up a little bit more, try and hold on to what they've got. If they can take a draw or anything more back to the Ibrox, that is an absolute win as far as they're concerned. I just think Leipzig will be able to better them in that sense. So I'm going for my first tip as over 2.5 goals at 1.72. And then for team goals, I'm going with RB Leipzig over 1.5 goals at 1.5. Because like I said, if Leipzig score first early, they'll definitely score a second one. If Rangers score first early, they'll be even more encouraged than they already are to score multiple goals. So I think Leipzig are going to win this game. I do think Leipzig will progress. They are a better team, but anything can happen in that second leg at the Ibrox, and I'd be very excited genuinely to watch that fixture. And Leipzig, although they're in good form, they do have a tendency to weirdly throw a game here and there. Rangers are a lot more consistent when it comes to churning out results and performances than Leipzig. So there is that element to it. And maybe the desire and the passion could help Rangers go the extra mile. But I do think Leipzig will progress. Next up, it's West Ham up against Eintracht Frankfurt. Now, West Ham, they almost got a point from Chelsea, basically fielding their second team. They benched Rice, Bowen, Antonio. They didn't play their full-strength team fully with an eye on this fixture. They've almost forsaken pushing for top 4, maybe even top 6, for the sake of the Europa League. I think they made the right choice. Whilst their players, they have a very small amount of players that they tend to rotate, very small squad, and they do that well, they want to be rested for this game. It's all or nothing for this game, and Eintracht Frankfurt is a team that West Ham can beat. It honestly is. I would say, I haven't looked at the odds, but I think for the outrights, I think Leipzig at this moment in time are probably the favourites to win, partly because they're probably the best team in the competition. West Ham might have something to say about that, but also partly because they have a slightly easier tie against Rangers than West Ham would against Eintracht Frankfurt, I'd imagine. So I think West Ham are going to win this one. I think the dream continues, and I'm going to go for a 2-1 win to West Ham. I think my first tip will be West Ham to win at 1.85. My second tip is both teams to score at 1.8. I think West Ham have been absolutely brilliant this season, and they've got the squad strength for this game. You know, disregarding the fact that their squad overall isn't massive, West Ham themselves are pretty massive. So I do think West Ham are going to win. And Frankfurt haven't been in great form either. They've only won 2 of their last 10 games. One of those 2 was the 10th one ago, so 10 games ago. So they've won 1 of their last 9 games, and that one was against Barcelona. And to be honest, based on the last half an hour, they were lucky to get the win. I think they deserved it. They were ruthless on the counter-attack. But my goodness, Barcelona had chances. They had a disallowed goal for offside. They hit the woodwork multiple times. They had tons of chances. It could have easily been 3-3. So brilliant performance by Frankfurt. but they're not in great form. West Ham this season have looked really, really good. I think West Ham are going to get the win, and I think West Ham will be able to qualify. I think they stunned everyone with the way they swept Lyon aside, and I could see them getting through against Eintracht Frankfurt. So I think it's going to be very, very exciting. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, as well as your predictions. Who do you think is going to qualify, progress? I'm going to go with a Leipzig-West Ham final, and I'm going to back West Ham. I think on the occasion, Premier League side, Premier League quality, I'm going to back West Ham to win the Europa League. Nah, I think that's just passion talking. Leipzig should win the Europa League. They should, but the fairy tale for West Ham is too big to ignore. I think if I had to put money on it, I'd put money on Leipzig to win the Europa League, but I want West Ham to win the Europa League. So let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video very soon.